Good evening. I just wanted to thank everyone for coming, and we have a special thanks to MHAT TV, who's recording tonight, and we'll make the video that will be available on Channel 19. And we're here tonight to interview the students, our ambassadors who went to Japan in July of this year. And they returned, and they had a wonderful experience, but I really like for you to hear it from them. And so, to help us in the interviews, we're going to have Sophia, and Jeff is videotaping us. So thank you both for coming, and Marty arranged all of this stuff. So we're just very, very pleased and happy to have this happen. And also to give the kids a chance to tell what a wonderful time they had. So Sophia, if you'd like to, let me introduce the kids. Actually, they do a really good job of introducing themselves. So.
Hi, I'm Rachel McMillan. I'm 15 and I go to Sobrano.
Hi, I'm Shelby Mitchell and I'm 15 and I go to Live Oak.
Hi, I'm Quinn Shingai. I'm 15 and I go to Live Oak.
Hi, my name's Rose. I'm 15 years old and I go to Oakwood High School.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm 13 and I go to Live Oak.
Hi, I'm Sarah Hamaguchi. I'm 15 and I also go to Live Oak.
I'm Justin. I'm 15 years old and I'm a sophomore at Sobrano.
And just walking in. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Alex Simpson. I'm 15 years old and I go to Bella.
Thank you. Yay! I'm very proud of all of that. I'm really proud of these ambassadors too. So, Sophia, would you like to start with the first question?
Sure, do I go up there?
Yes.
Okay. So the first question is, what was your favorite class experience in Japan?
Okay, so I took 9th grade math, and it was algebra, and it was very interactive. Like, they had me go to the board and answer some questions, and they also gave me the worksheets to complete, and I could understand them because they use the same number system as we do, and except I couldn't understand the writing because it was in Japanese. And so I actually learned a new method of solving equations, so that was cool.
Next person?
Oh, do I answer something?
Are all of them going to answer?
The same question, or would you like to?
Is there like a time limit?
I think we should.
Probably. So the next person, what's your name?
Shelby.
Shelby. Miss Shelby, what was your favorite homestay experience in Japan?
I think my favorite experience was that we got to go out for the day with our host families, and we spent the day in Tokyo with me and Rose. Our family spent the day in Tokyo, and we visited their history museum there, and we got to see all the the landmarks like the sumo house and stuff like that. So it was really fun to do that and experience Tokyo with them.
Next person, what's your name?
Quinn.
What did you see that you have not seen before in Japan?
Well, we were on a camping trip, and there were these bugs that looked like bees. But it turned out they were flies, but they still were really scary, and they were all over the place. So I've never seen those before, and I'm glad they're not here in America.
Next person, what is your name?
My name is Rose.
Interesting. What did you do that you have not done before?
The camping was really interesting because the nature there looks kind of different. Like Quinn said, there's the bugs and stuff, but also like, I guess like in California, everything's like really like yellow and like, I don't know, dead looking.
looking almost, because there's so little rain, but everything is really, really green, and I thought that was really pretty.
Next person, what's your name?
Abby.
Abby. What were your observations in Japan? Am I saying that word right? Okay. What did you observe?
That it was very green and there was a lot of agriculture.
Next person? Next person?
Sarah?
Sarah? Okay. Don't be scared. Don't worry. Okay. What are the similarities in our culture? Like, similarities to the Japanese culture and the American culture?
Well, I guess how they all act is kind of the same. Their home life is the same but different at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain for me. Okay.
Okay. Next person?
I'm Justin.
What are the differences in our culture?
I found that a major difference was that in school, the boys and the girls do not interact whatsoever. The boys and girls are very shy, and many of the students were much too shy to even talk to me because they were worried that their English would sound funny to me. In America, the culture is everyone's more open and social than in Japan. That's a big difference.
Okay. Next person?
Alex.
Alex. Okay. Was it clean there?
Yeah, I remember when we first got off the train in Mizuho, when we were first in Mizuho, everyone was like, wow, it looks like a lot like Morgan Hill, but it's a lot cleaner. So, yeah, the cities, there wasn't as much trash on the ground, and especially in the newer, more developed areas, it was really clean and urban looking.
Okay, we have two more questions. Okay. So there are two more lucky people. What's your name?
Rachel.
Rachel. Will you return to Japan or sister city in Japan, or did you not?
I
want to go back?
certainly hope so. I really want to go back. Everybody there was really friendly and welcoming, so I hope to go to Mizuho again.
Okay, and last person. I forgot your name. Sorry.
Shelby.
Shelby. I need to remember that. Okay. Was this experience worth your investment of time, energy, and money? Whatever that means.
Definitely, yeah. We put a lot of time into fundraising, and the fundraising kind of got boring because, the trip was postponed. But it was definitely worth it once we got there. It helped to really know some of the Japanese and the culture, and all the training that we did really helped prepare us for what the people we met there. So yeah, I definitely would say it was worth it.
Good. Okay.
Do you have some questions you want to ask?
Sure.
Would you like to just...
I'll finish up the other people so they don't feel left out. Okay. Next person with Quain. Quain?
Wait.
Okay. Let's see. Was your host family nice?
My host family was exceptionally nice. I got really sick one day and I sort of passed out on their floor, and when I woke up, they covered me up with a blanket.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Okay. I don't know why I find that funny. Okay. Rose?
Yes.
Let's see. Did you try any new food there?
Yeah. One thing I noticed definitely is that their food culture is very different, especially since the fiber basis we have in America is all grain. Well, it's more like grains, like in bread and stuff, and there everything is rice. I had bread one time, I think. And so I think the food is definitely very different. Something new I tried.
We could get back to you on that.
No.
Okay. Next person, Abby. Was there a lot of wildlife there?
A little. I didn't really see much of different variety of animals.
Well, was there just wildlife there? Just any kind?
When we were camping, yes.
Okay. Next person,
Sarah.
Sarah. Did you see any cool places like famous buildings or kingdoms or whatever?
Yeah, as a whole group, we went to the Skytree Tower. It was a really cool building. It's like a whole skyscraper kind of, and like we went to the very top, and you could see all of Japan all around there, like the Tokyo place. Sorry.
Cool. Next person, Austin.
Once again.
Justin. Let's see. Did you get any souvenirs there, like shirts or bracelets or whatever boys get?
They unloaded a lot of gifts on us, and so I had many cultural gifts to bring back. I also, my host family also bought me around $30 worth of food to bring back, so I have a lot of food and drinks, and I got to take home the chopsticks I used the whole time, and I could say that I have a lot of souvenirs.
Last person, is your name Austin?
Nope, it's Alex.
Let's see. Did you learn any Japanese words?
Well, we learned some before we went. And then while we were on the trip, I think Sarah knew the most of all the students, so she kind of taught us some words here and then, and we would forget. So we're like, what do we say? But she could cover for us. So, and then my host family would like teach me words here and there, and we would kind of exchange, like, so you would point at something and tell them what it is in English, and they would tell you what it is in Japanese. So I definitely learned some basic vocabulary. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your time, teenagers. It was really fun interviewing you and forgetting your name, so.
Thank you, Sophie. That was great. I guess we could do a free form and let each person just say something that they would really like to say about the trip, that they really had fun with. And we could just go down the road like we did before.
I have a question.
I'm sorry, yes, Rose.
Will the people in Japan see this?
Will the people in Japan see this?
Yes.
Yes, they will.
Okay, great, thank you.
Will the people that
You
understand it?
betcha.
Will they translate it?
Yeah, they'll probably put like a text underneath it in
Yeah.
Japanese.
My Japanese is really rusty, so I'm not going to put
No,
that.
we don't expect you to do that, Marty. Okay. Rachel?
So I had fun experimenting with the foods. I tried squid. It was like boiled squid in a soup, and my family we were all laughing because I couldn't like get it in my mouth. Cause I just had trouble with the chopsticks and just like sliding down, so that was kind of funny. And I also really enjoyed hanging out with Lime and Jean and Cassis. They were really friendly, and he was so cute. He was this cute little thing. And we would play in the streets. We'd play, and everybody there is good at anything that has wheels. Like the neighbor kid, she was riding a unicycle, and then I saw 2 and 3-year-olds riding bicycles without training wheels. And Jean was jump roping. He was jump roping while he was wearing rollerblades. So it was pretty awesome.
Great. Thank you. Shelby?
Okay, for me, I think the best part of my trip was when we went to Tokyo on my host family day, and we went to the museum. And first of all, it was one of the coolest buildings I've ever seen in my life because it's like 10 stories off the ground, and then the building starts, and you take this cool elevator thing up. It's really epic. And then but once you get up there, our family hired a tour guide to talk to us in English, and he lived through most of the later part of the history that he was talking about, and it was really, really cool because he told us his story about, and how he was so thankful to the Americans for what they did for Japan and vice versa. And it was really sad. And I really enjoyed that part of the day. And then we went shopping, which was really cool because it's not often you get a bunch of money to go shopping with in a foreign country. So I really like the shopping and definitely the museum.
Great.
I had a lot of fun on the entire trip, but I really enjoyed driving in the car with my host family because they don't wear seatbelts, and since the roads are a lot smaller, it's like a roller coaster sometimes. They're just like speeding everywhere, and it was a lot of fun. And the little girl, Hiroko, my younger sister, she always wanted to hold my hand and play hand games with me, and I really enjoyed her a lot.
Thank you, Quinn. Rose?
I think what I enjoyed most was school. I think it's really fun because everyone is so you're so admired, I guess, and well, it's really different, but I think people really enjoy getting a bunch of attention for a week, and I definitely did.
Thank you. Thank you, Rose. Abby?
What I enjoyed the most is I got to go to Tokyo Disneyland on the free day with my family. That was really fun because we got to ride all the Disneyland rides with the family, so that was a lot of fun.
Thank you, Abby. Sarah?
I loved everything there, so it's really hard to choose just one. But two of my favorites actually was just spending time with my host family and my host sister, because we hosted her 2 years ago when she came to Morgan Hill, and I got a really good connection with her again. I remember one time we talked for 5 hours during the night and just stayed up chatting and listening to music. And then school was a really fun experience. Just the kids there were so nice, and you could tell it was in California and America, where the kids and students laugh and make jokes and goof around a little bit while learning. So that was really fun to see.
Thank you, Sarah. Justin?
One thing that I'm really grateful for was that I got to experience the teen life with my host brother. You could speak really good English, and outside of school I got to participate in activities that teenagers like to do. We hung out outside of school, we went to an arcade, we went to McDonald's and played Call of Duty, and did things that your average teenager would do, so I got to experience what teen life was like there. And, I got to do it with my host brother, who could communicate freely with me, and it was a great time.
Thank you, Justin. Alex?
I enjoyed, we have a host family day where we get to spend a day with our host family, and on my day we went to a water park, and my host brother Kodai brought some of his friends, so we got to all hang out as a group. And even though we couldn't always get a point across because of the language barrier, we were still able to have a lot of fun, and just being able to hang out with all of them and have the same fun I do here was a really great experience, and I'm glad that I was able to make those friends.
Thank you, Alex. Well, I guess that would conclude the formal portion of the interview. And if anyone in the audience has a question they would like to ask our ambassadors, please do so.
I have a question about transportation. Did any of you try the bullet trains or the high-speed trail? No.
Well, we rode on they have their different trains, kind of like the Amtrak's here. We all really, really wanted to go on the bullet trains, but sadly we couldn't fit that in the agenda.
What's it like the regular trains? I understand it's like sardines being packed in there.
Yeah, it's really busy.
Luckily for us, though, we went at a time of day when it wasn't very crowded, so we did meet someone on the train, and he said 3 hours later you will be packed in here, so we luckily rode the trains at the right time.
Well, one of the things that happened was they didn't ride the bullet train, but they did go and see SkyTree. And if you want to know what SkyTree is, they'll be happy to
I
tell
would
you.
love to find. I have no idea what a SkyTrain is.
SkyTree.
It's kind of like the equivalent of the
Skytree.
It's kind of
Oh,
like the
Skytree.
Japanese version of the Space Needle. So
But
Oh.
it's way taller. It's really
Yeah.
tall. It's
Wow.
crazy.
It's 300 meters taller than the CN Tower in Toronto.
It also has the world's fastest elevator, traveling at a top speed of 600 kilometers an hour.
It's really neat to get up there and look out of the glass, and you see when you're driving through Tokyo, there's so many buildings that you can't really get a feel for how immense Tokyo is, and then you get up there, and as far as you can see, it's just huge buildings, and you're like, wow. And there's a part you can go over where it's like glass on the floor, and you get to stand over it and look down, and it was a really, really neat experience.
Excellent. Any other questions?
Did you have any events where you like sang or danced with your groups?
We performed on the first day we
Funny
were
you
there.
should mention that.
Yeah, on the first day we were there, we performed for our host families, and each of us had a special talent, and then a few of us performed in groups too.
What did you perform?
I performed a song, and then I performed another song with Rose Shelby. Yeah.
So it's mostly just singing and dancing and
Ukulele playing.
cup set too, but it was just little talents we did. So that was probably the least favorite night, I'm sure, of us, because
It was so nerve-wracking.
it was really nerve-wracking, and that was kind of like when you met your host family. So it was basically like they said, "Oh, your host family's over there. Go talk to him." And you did, it was kind of awkward making introductions, but it was okay after that. After that night, everything at the trip just kind of went up from there. So
Yeah, I definitely they made us go on stage and perform and then go out and meet our families. So it's like if you don't do well in your performance, then
You're an orphan for that trip, huh?
So it was very, very nerve-wracking.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
I actually performed a dance piece, so I was pretty excited. But we, in my school group, I had Rachel, Abby, and Sarah and me. They asked us to perform in front of the entire assembly of people. That was pretty bad. We forgot the words too, and we started giggling on stage.
How about those school lunches?
So much better than here.
they actually make their food. They don't just put it in saran wrap and microwave it. So it was really good.
It was a really good condition food. It was
The curry was delicious.
Oh, Kana?
Can I ask you a question? What do you think about Mizuho Town?
Oh, we love Mizuho.
Yeah, we love
It's so much like Morgan Hill and so much different at the same time.
It was really nice.
When you say like Morgan Hill, what do you
Well,
mean?
it has the same feel to it. Like there's space between the buildings, I guess, and it's kind of spread out. Well, considering that it's in Japan and Japan's rather small, but it definitely had the same feel about it as Morgan Hill does.
It was cleaner. There was,
home.
yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Do you think
Thank you,
that?
Kana.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I'd just like to mention something that we're honored to have the Vice Mayor's daughter here of Mizuho Town, Kana Siniera. She's staying with us, and her goal is to learn English, so everyone speak English to her.
So everyone here, did anybody ever travel abroad before? And
Yeah.
for those of you who haven't, was this an experience that maybe changed your views of America and how we are compared to other countries?
Yeah.
So how would you describe your experience coming back and maybe how you saw our country?
Well, there's definitely differences. I know going to Japan, it's, very technology based, so it's, about the same level as America in a lot of technology and medicine and stuff like that. I mean, it was cleaner in a lot of other aspects, and in some aspects it wasn't as far along in other things like that, but it definitely made me realize that I definitely need to travel more often, because it was pretty fun to be abroad, and I didn't really want to come back. 10 days was not enough. I could have probably stayed for the whole summer.
Wow.
It would have been just fine. So.
How about anybody else? How did your view of America change after the trip?
It was a very consumer a lot of consumerism, like here. It was, I think we said this before, but it was like America, but also different. Once you travel there, it's eye-opening to see how there is difference, but also similarity, and how even though we're all so different and we can't necessarily all have a conversation with each other, we still do so many things alike, or do so many things for the same reason. And we have a lot of cultural similarities and differences, and how really anyone could go there and have a good time and a good experience.
Okay. Any other questions? Well, thank you very much. We really appreciate it, and I will give a big hand to these ambassadors.
Good job.
And I wanted to introduce our chaperones, the two lovely ladies that went with these kids, guided them and helped them out, and had a wonderful experience too, I'm sure. But that's Mary Wakatsuki and Barbara Campbell. And thank you.